Friday, November the 30th, 2018, St Andrew's Day. Always a memorable day for me, and 2 years yesterday post hip surgery. So here I am, 2 years on, just about fully recovered, about to undertake book 149. Can't believe that I didn't film this walk. It was the first one I did back in May 2009, and I actually do recall filming it on my mobile phone, but I don't think the quality was very good, so I left it, and it hasn't been done since, nearly 10 years on. So anyway, let's rectify that. About 7 mile circular I'm doing. I'm not doing the full walk to Leatherhead, because that gets a bit boring along the valley floor and partly urban. So I'm going to try the higher ridge circular today. Should be about 3.5–4 hours walking. It's now 12:20, so it's going to have to be. Yeah, I've been here a number of times, but as I say, quite amazing that the book 1 walk 49 walk has remained unfilmed. Mixed day today, no rain anyway like there was yesterday, nor strong winds. It's quite mild as well at the moment, about 10 degrees. Let's press on. Okay, this is the famous Pilgrims cycles, still here. Their opening times have changed slightly, so take note. Generally speaking, it's a 5 o'clock closure, which may suit me today. Thing to note is turn left up these steps, not over the bridge. This information board wasn't here last time I was here. It tells us about the North Downs Way and the Thames Downlink. It's madness really that I've got to walk across the busy A24 soon as well, as you can see on the map there. Major footpath like the North Downs Way, still having to walk across busy roads. Yeah, here we are, Leatherhead again, which I recall filming previously. And there's the blue plaque commemorating Fanny Burney, novelist and diarist. Okay, here's the concealed public footpath between fences off Chapel Lane, about 250 metres from the station now, which is behind me that way. As I said, the walk continues between fences here. So here we are, field full of bullocks. Got to tackle these to reach my destination opposite there. Seem docile enough. Now at this juncture, 4-armed finger post, take a left, marked up North Downs Way. For those wanting a early tea stop, continue straight on through the vineyard over to that building there. Very pleasant location this, and vineyards such as Denbies are clearly going to become more important post-Brexit, hopefully. Totally agree with the owner of Wetherspoons on his using British wines. Very pleasant section of walking thus far, though this can get very busy at the weekend, so I read. Yeah, I can hear the A24 already. Passing under the railway bridge again. Well, not again, but passing under the railway. Entering the National Trust's Boxhill and stepping stones, with its car park and the busy A24 behind me that's successfully crossed. So we want stepping stones initially, if they're flooded, which I suspect today following the rain recently. Then we come back here and go to footbridge. Information panel here about the stepping stones. As I suspected, looks like they're flooded at the moment. So footbridge, here we come. So here is the footbridge. Vaguely remember this now, nearly 10 years on. I think I crossed by the stepping stones in the original edition because it was May. Lovely backdrop behind us. What a cracking day. Lucky really, because tomorrow's going to be a washout as well. Little bit of history there on the stepping stones footbridge. Not that old actually, 92. Okay, now on the other side of the mole, and as you can see, it's in a pretty high spate at the moment. There's a rope there in the middle for those that are unfortunate enough to go under. Anyway, the footbridge is no hassle. Continuing on along the North Downs Way now, and I do recall that I've got about a half hour of pretty intense climbing now. For my first walk back in 09, that sticks strong in the mind. Indicator there of the journey back from whence I've come. That way, or it looks like there's a shortcut as well to the footbridge. Here we go. Looks like these steps were replaced only last year. Well done to whoever's done it. So they're not the ones I trod 9 years back. Oh, 9.5 years, one new hip, still one dodgy hip later. Didn't seem as daunting this time. Obviously thousands of miles have been walked since I did this originally. And even post-surgery, still got some chi in the old legs, I guess. Onward journeys through this gate to the right, along the ridge now. Obviously the beauty of ascending is the views you get, albeit that the sun's against me again today. Seems to be a common problem in the winter. I always seem to be walking westwards. Bookham down there. Southwest Trains train over there, pulling out of the station, and behind that Denbies, where we were a short while ago. Out point to commemorate Leopold Salomons, who gave this land to the National Trust in 1914. So thank you, sir. And that's the cracking view you get. As I say, sun's against me today, so I'm not going to be able to do a panorama. That's about as far as I can get. That way, that's to the east. Yeah. Yeah, I do recall there's a road just above me there, behind this memorial. And that brings in the weekend people. Absolute nightmare up here on a weekend. So thankfully it's a Friday, and even then, as you can hear in the background, there's people about. So there's the multi-armed oak referred to in the text, 65 metres past the trig point, and we're continuing to follow the North Downs Way sign there, slightly uphill. Now walking parallel to the road just on my left there, having just passed the car park as well. Obviously I'm walking eastwards now, approximately, so everything's on my right at the moment. South Downs, 24 mile yonder, so I read at the viewpoint, 24 mile to Chanctonbury Ring, similar distance to Devil's Dyke, so that'll be the South Downs in the far distance there. God, you wouldn't believe it's December tomorrow. Cracking day today. All the time you're never far from the road here. Still, on a weekday it's pleasant enough. As you can hear, helicopters in the background. Probably private Gatwick traffic. Clearly over time, although I'm going down the 4 steps referred to in the text, the number of steps up the other side is no longer visible. Should be 5 though, so I'm informed. Following the North Downs Way though, continuing. Appears to be some kind of pub up there. I think that's the burger joint referred to in the text as well. Filmed that previously, as if I recall. Yeah, the Smith & Weston, that's it. Through its car park. Now taking this bridleway next to a chalet park by the looks of it, aiming for Juniper Top Trail. This woodland is called Ashurst Rough on the OS map. As you'd imagine today, pretty slippery underfoot, clay on top of chalk, and leaf litter as well. The old Vibram's not really up to it. They're not that great for slippiness, I find. Very pleasant section of walking this. Lovely mixed woodland, away from the road noise. However, as you can hear in the background, a bit of jet noise from Gatwick. Less people in here as well. Wonderful. Having said that, there's a finger post there to the car parks and CAF, so people will be around shortly. Now, the walk I did back in '09 would have been the original Time Out book version, but that's now been changed. So I need to follow the finger posts to Juniper Top, apparently. That's now the preferred route off the website. So I've just come from over there, turning right. Now descending through mixed woodland on what I hope to be is the correct gravel and earth track. It's actually flints. Reason I say hope is because there's no further instruction for 800 metres, which is quite a distance to get wrong. But fingers crossed. Another very pleasant section of walking here in this little valley. Still unsure I'm on the right path, but I'll know that when I see the swing gate in 800 metres. I think I'm about halfway there now, having just passed through one field gate that wasn't referred to in the text. So that causes some doubt. Like I've done the original walk, the Happy Valley Trail. Oh well, not to worry. Did think it was a bit valley-like, Yeah, I've done the original walk. Thought it seemed vaguely familiar. Okay, not to worry. Means you won't get a view of the preferred option now, but I've gone by the original route. I think that's because the OS map, which I put onto OS maps, still shows the original walking, which is why I'm following it. Now another steep ascent of White Hill. That seat is indeed very tempting. 2:15. But I did set myself the goal of reaching Mickleham Church before taking lunch, and that's what I'll do. Now descending, passing what appears to be young birch, not sure. No, they're not birch. There's old birch in there. Not sure what the young saplings are. Potential slip hazards on this path. Flints and chalk. Busy A24 ahead of us again. Already becoming audible. Now at this juncture, point 23 of the text, I'm continuing straight on because I'm going to the church. But if you were to be going to the hang on, which pub is it? Yeah, the King William IV pub, which from what I've read on the reviews or comments page seems to be the preferred one. You turn right here up the bridleway. Anyway, onward journey for me is straight ahead. This would also be the journey straight ahead if you take the Running Horses pub option. We're now on Mickleham Downs, as you can see there in the distance. The mighty beech fallen as well behind me. I've often wondered what those rosy-cheeked parakeets eat during the winter months, how they've expanded so successfully. And there's one of the clues. One of them up there is cracking away at beech nuts at a rapid rate of knots as well. Yeah, not sure what I feel about these immigrants. Quite clever how they've managed to survive, I guess. A bit like the white egret, really, or the little egret. There's a lovely church in question. What an amazing building. Don't recall seeing that before. Obviously I must have done. You get that, and what, 2 foot away to the right, some idiot's dumped a bottle of spring water. What's wrong with people these days? What an amazing church. Wonderful backdrop as well. Wonder if I can find a seat in the sun. Very pleasant church. Even the clock's working. Got it all there, look. Heroes, Christmas, wonderful. Horses pub, it's just opposite the church over there. I'm going to take this bench in memory of Peter and Beryl Ike. Wonder if they're related to David. Yeah, unfortunately I can't go in then. 3 o'clock, lunch has been had. As you can hear, perfect timing. Shame I wasn't able to get inside. I haven't got time though, unfortunately. Take the boots off, etc. Only got an hour of daylight left and still 3 miles to do. So I need to get my finger out. Passing Boxhill School. Passing over the mole. And to the left, the A24. I've walked this before, I know I have. In the other direction though. So instead of following that cyclist, that's the main route up there, which seems to be busy with cyclists. That's the Mole Valley, obviously. I'm taking this bridleway to my left, uphill here, which is a route I've done before, I know I have. This juncture, left there past the barriers, is the valley option. I'm opting for the slightly harder hill version on the right. Looking back at Mickleham as the daylight slowly disappears now. 3:15. View from a point next to the mobile phone mast referred to in the text. There's that private residence again, the name escapes me. Said phone mast. This is the viewpoint I came to a couple of months ago. As I say, doing the walk in reverse. Must have been the Boxhill Circular that I did. Wonderful. Gives it a different perspective in the autumn, well, winter now. Field fares on top of that holly bush over there, tucking into berries. Or they were. Last time I came here a couple of months ago, they were just erecting this fence, and this path was officially closed. I see now they've planted some what looks like hawthorn next to the fence, or this side of the fence, which obviously isn't their land, so shouldn't have done that, I suppose. Anyway, I guess they're the overall freehold of all this land, so hope in time that footpath marker doesn't get lost behind the hedge. Do like the little doors for the animals. This is Norbury Park house, and whoever lives in there certainly wants to retain their anonymity. Past the picnic area again at Norbury Park, and shortly after that the sawmill. Onward journey straight ahead. There you go, picnic table, Southwest trains passing in the background, and this is the second of the 2 viewpoints referred to in the text on the upper option just before Druids Grove. Now if I remember correctly, last time I came up that path just in front of us there, but the text takes me back the way I've come and down some steps further on, so let's see what happens. I'll take that route. Wonderful evening now. around about 20 to 4, hence that train just passing over there. Trains back to London are about 20 minutes too, so I'm aiming to get one in an hour's time. Sign of the times that. This bench is Ali's memorial bench. Let's see what he's got on here. Explore, experience, create, connect. Confusion here. Public bridle way. No sign for Druids Grove yet, so unsure which way to go. So having said that, here's the sign for Druids Grove. I've just taken the left option up there where I said I was confused. So here's the Druids Grove turn off. We go down these steps and do a right at the bottom as it's getting dusk now. This is the path I used to come up a few months ago when I did the other Boxhill walk. Another pleasant piece of mixed woodland walking this. Slightly precarious path, mind you. Very narrow, slippery. Plenty of, not sure which member of the tip family is about, but certainly a lot of them in the background, and jays and wrens and what have you. One of the pleasures of dusk walking. Quite a lot of bird song this time of night. Now joining a wider path prior to turning left downhill, apparently. Druids Grove just up on the left there. So what I've just walked down is called Druids Grove, appropriately as we approach the shortest day. Here is our turn off. It's about 200 metres further on from Druids Grove turn off. So you don't go up there, take a left here. Love to know who lives in that Norbury Park. It's a big old house. Plenty of money as well. Amount of money that's been spent on the garden. One for the land registry check, I think. And that's interesting. Last time I did this walk in reverse, there was a balloon stuck up in a tree here, round about here. And I've been looking for it. Obviously it'd be clearer to see now. No sign of it. One of them tin foil jobs again. No doubt it's blown off into someone else's area. A mole down there in the valley below us. Didn't see that last time I walked because of the tree cover. There's the old railway bridge again that I filmed last time. So it's just across this field now, back to the station. Good timing, as I can hear a buzzard in the background. There you go. Wonderful places. Interestingly located bench there as we approach the edge of the field now. Good vista, I suppose. Final view of Norbury Park up on the hill. Back to where we started, in front of Lelladine. There you go, Pilgrims still open, 10 past 4. So, very decent walk that. I've recorded 7 miles, however, I didn't actually turn on the GPS for about 500 metres. So I reckon that's a 7.5 mile version walk that I've done via the upper ridge, and that information wasn't actually on the website. 3¼ hours, which is quite a long time for a 7.5 mile walk, but there was a lot of incline involved, so you have to factor that in. But a very nice walk for this time of year, good length for the short days, weather was decent, and wasn't too bad underfoot, a little bit slippy and muddy, but you know, we've had a lot of rain just lately. Anyway, a great afternoon's walking. Till the next time.